I'm sure if you've been around this channel for a while, you would know that I am not a guide maker. I'm not here to teach you how to play the characters correctly. I mean, I am still here trying to get used to Phrolova's gameplay if I'm being honest with you here. Me trying to dodge all the mechanics from the boss while also finishing her moveset is kind of impossible sometimes, or getting enough concerto energy before using your ult. Then you can switch to different characters. It's kind of difficult. This takes skills, it takes time to learn, and of course hours and hours of playtime. I tried to beat the hologram Fleur-de-Lis. I cannot for the life of me complete her full rotations before Fleur-de-Lis one-shots me. My intention for this video was to maybe test through the hologram challenge, but what's the point when they clearly overpowered me unless I take my time, maybe hours, to getting used to playing every single team listed for this video? No. So instead we'll be going into the same old Tower of Adversity for this video to test out many different teams for Phrolova, and if you want to know which teams that could work for you, we'll be experimenting quite a few here, so stay tuned for the video. Hey, I've prepared a couple teams for Phrolova because I do find her somewhat of an interesting character due to her outro skill giving a heavy attack, and not to mention the coordinated attacks as well. She is a very powerful unit and she's quite versatile with other characters. And this is the first character, first team we have here, Cantarella and Jiyan. These are sort of the basic team. I could also switch Jiyan into Rocha, but I don't have Rocha, and I think if you don't have Rocha, this is probably the best F2P team for Phrolova. And if you don't have Cantarella, I'm just gonna say it straight for you, you probably might not want to pull for Phrolova, because Cantarella gives so much buff for Phrolova, to the point it feels like playing Phrolova can be slightly underwhelming. Unless you only pull for these characters just for the waifu materials, you know, I kind of understand, that's what I did, so I won't judge. For the second team right here, we have Jiyan. This is probably the team that I'm most excited about, because Jiyan does gain a lot from heavy attack, and I'll be honest, I did test out this team before. It was kind of fun. It was quite enjoyable, and I'm wanting to try it again in the Tower of Adversity. The second team will be Zani and Spectre. Zani does gain from heavy attack as well, but she needs Spectre MC, right? Or Phoebe, but I use MC for the sake of F2P and I don't have Phoebe. For the next team will be Phrolova, Jiyan, and Havok MC. I will switch to Havok later on. This is just gonna be a very free to play friendly. They won't do a lot of damage, but they will probably just do enough. I don't know how these teams goes. I never actually really tried, so we'll explore that together. This is something I cook up for myself. I just want to try Jiyan to Calcharo. I think there is some synergy with Calcharo and Jiyan as well, because Calcharo does provide a lot of heavy attack. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. I don't think this is going to be that difficult because it is just a Resonant Tower and floor 4. But for the sake of not getting that Spectre damage bonus for Zani, and for the sake of not getting the heavy damage bonus for Phrolova, we might have to just use the Resonant Tower for a substitute of the Hazard Tower. So the thing about this main team, what's interesting is that Phrolova is a sub DPS, Cantarella will also sort of be a sub DPS, and Jiyan cannot help herself but be a sub DPS. They're all kind of DPS-like unit because they all have to stay on the field kind of around the same time together. We'll start with Phrolova. We'll do a couple basic attack here, and then skill, and then we'll use her echo skill. Let's start building her concept energy first. Use Zani's echo, I mean Jiyan echo. Okay, hit that a couple times, get her crit buff real quick, and then use this. We got her concept energy filled up already. Hit the Zani real quick. I know I could have quick swapped the Phrolova a couple times already, but I'm not really that good at it. I'm not really that sweaty, but I try to be. I try my best to be. Then we immediately can just... Well, I did play that wrong, if I'm being honest with you, but I did get the buff from Cantarella already, so that's kind of nice. And then we just do the heavy attack. We do this, and then we switch back to Jiyan. We kind of repeat the process. Now we got Hecate moving around, surrounding us, doing coordinated attacks, and it's honestly just pretty damn good. The damage is decent as well. Jiyan parry, nice. I want to do the ult right here first, because that's why I stay on field a bit too long there just now. Then we do this just for... we're gonna end this boss right away. Okay. Just Cantarella's ult. Then we just repeat the process again. We go to Phrolova. She will do this big attack. Boom. Did it crit? It probably did, but it's just a slightly more less damage in comparison to the heavy attack. But this team is very decent. This is not about the time or anything. The time passed by real fast, obviously, because of the Resident Tower, but playing this team is sort of just the on-field time of these characters are quite a bit. Like, they all need to recharge their concentrated energy. It is very sweaty gameplay, I would say. It is somewhat complicated for people that just plays casually. They're probably gonna stay for Phrolova a bit too long until she gets her concentrated energy, and then switch to dungeon, and then play dungeon a bit while like this is casual gameplay, right? And then you just wait until the concentrated energy came by again. Like, you will miss a lot of damage, and Phrolova's gameplay is just not for that. You really have to be sweaty, unfortunately, or else you kind of just miss quite a bit of damage. Alright, let's move on to the next team. Like I said, almost all Phrolova's teams are kind of quick swap and a bit of a sweaty gameplay, right? So for this team, obviously it's gonna be a bit more quick swap because I have to jump from Jiyan to Phrolova to Shopkeeper to Phrolova back and forth and then go to Jiyan to get the heavy attack damage. There's gonna be a lot of quick swap, and I know I've been saying a lot of quick swap in this video, but yeah, never mind that, let's get to it. Alright, let's do this. This boss is somewhat of an aero resistance. Damn it. I'm gonna try finishing. You know, I'm just gonna try finishing. I didn't think it through that yeah, we're gonna use Jiyan, for goodness sake. I wish I just thought properly myself. Like, oh man. Now we just gotta have to see if we can beat it or not. I mean, obviously Phrolova is doing enough damage, right? We can see that. After this, we might want to try do the Hazard Tower just for Jiyan, I think. Yeah. I mean, Phrolova is just doing most of the damage here, right? Yeah. It's just not good. It's not a good team to play in this one, so we're gonna test out in the Hazard Tower right away. Since the Jiyan team doesn't really work in the Resident Tower due to the aero resistance from the boss and the other enemies as well, we're just gonna test out in the Hazard Tower, right? It's not gonna change much if I'm being honest, because this boss isn't really all that big as well. We just, oh my god, I forgot you can fly, and it kind of just dodged my Jiyans to get the concept energy. Just not good, not good. I hate this boss. Yeah, because he kind of flow in the air like that. Just a bit annoying. Yeah. Right, do this. Oh wow, that is really fast. That's really good. I mean, I kind of want to end this already, right? I feel like this boss could die so soon. And it's also because we just don't have any mobs surrounding it. We're just fighting one boss. Yeah, Jiyan is actually doing better in the Hazard Tower in comparison to the monkey just now. That's just great. That's perfect. I just realized that throughout the whole gameplay, I didn't even use Jiyan's Shopkeeper's heavy attack, you know, because Shopkeeper does get a little bit of a Jiyan's buff. Because Jiyan have the outro skill that is somewhat weird gameplay if you ask me. Oh damn it, I use the skill first. It's fine, we're gonna end it here anyway, right? I mean, this boss is kind of dying. Man, I swear to god, I keep getting... Yep. I keep getting that for some reason. Like, I can't help myself but get attacked and get frozen by this boss every single time, man. Oh, I didn't hit the ult. I messed up. I messed up big time, but you know what? I still did well. Actually did even better than just now, so that's a fine gameplay. I do think this team is actually quite fun though. Unfortunately I didn't try to quick swap all that much with Jiyan and Phrolova, so it's gonna be interesting when I start playing Jiyan and Calcharo and Phrolova, right? That team is gonna stress me out for sure. You know, for some reason when I look at Zani, I thought to myself, hey, she's heavy attack. And the new Augusta character that is coming out, she seems to be heavy attack as well. From the looks of it, in the Whimpering Waves, you get a heavy attack damage bonus and electro damage bonus. I'm gonna try playing Phrolova with Augusta. That's gonna be interesting. This team is a bit weird, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, so Zani is up first. We just try to get constant energy always, as always, like that. Oh crap, I kinda messed up. Dang it.
Why are you the way that you are?
Let's restart. Let's do this again. Okay. Let's go back here. Try to get that spectral fraser to the enemies. Alright, this is good, this is good. Heavy attack right now. I wanna finish the boss as fast as possible because I know Zani hits hard here. Zani hits really hard. But unfortunately for her, she just doesn't get enough spectral fraser here. And I'm a bit worried. I didn't get to use my skill fighting this boss, man. Brother, this shit stinks. Yep, the skill wasn't ready at all. Let's do this again. Yeah, it's a very confusing game. Yeah, I'll admit it's a very confusing team to play. It's kind of bad actually. This is one of the worst teams to play for our girl Zani here. Yep, not playing this team ever. It just doesn't work because there's so much alt reliance. All these characters are kind of alt reliant and it's just bad. Zani alone is kind of bad playing the overworld as well. Never liked it actually. I just like to play her during her ult. Like she does a huge amount of damage, but whenever she's like not in her ult, it's trash, man. Trash. All in all, she does do decent damage because of the heavy attack, but let's be honest here, it doesn't seem to work all that good. It's kind of slow. It's very confusing. It might be even more confusing than Jiyan. Probably Jiyan X Calcharo, which we're gonna try later. But very disappointing on this team. I think it's because of Spectral Freza as well. I mean, the MC there. It's like, yeah, the Spectral Freza is gonna be gone anytime soon, and we kind of don't make it in time to Zani to convert the Spectral Freza to her damage. So yeah, this team, it sucks. So in this team, you kind of play by the same rule as the Cantarella team, except you can go both ways after Phrolova. You can go to the MC and you can go to Dungeon. It doesn't matter which one you choose because they both benefit through Dungeon's heavy attack damage bonus and Havoc damage bonus. So that's gonna be interesting, right? I actually haven't played the Havoc MC for a long time, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing with her. It's odd here. I'm gonna go Havoc MC. I already think I kind of played it wrong. I kind of messed up already here. But, you know, it's fine, right? It's alright. Yeah, I kind of messed up because I didn't use Phrolovas. You know, let's start this real quick. Do the dark switch thing. Alright. But we don't got no ult, man. Damn it. The ult is the one doing a lot of damage. I feel like I messed up. No, there was something wrong right there. I still think we can beat this team, but not because of Rover or Dungeon. I just think Phrolova is doing most of the damage here, and it kind of sucks. It kind of bums me out a little bit. This team is supposedly to be the most F2P friendly team for Phrolova. For those who want to play Phrolova, even if they don't have Cantarella, that is. Which sucks because Cantarella, not everybody want to play Cantarella. Most people I heard that they don't even like how Cantarella plays because they keep getting pushed around, you know. That's kind of understandable, you know. It sucks. I don't like it either. How when she flies around. But yeah, this team can work. But I'm hesitating to try in the Hazard Tower. We might actually try the Hazard Tower with this team later just to test it. It is the F2P friendly team. I don't know, but I still don't think you will win. Even though my builds are kind of decent. I'm sure if you come this far to the video, you were waiting for this team. How does this team even work? Well, let me just explain it to you. Obviously, Phrolova will buff only Jiyan, but how does Calcharo benefit from this? When Jiyan used his outro skill, that is where Calcharo came in. He does use a lot of heavy attack, which is why it can unleash the outro skill from Jiyan's damage. Jiyan's outro skill is a bit different from others, right? You need to actually perform that certain attack, which is heavy attack. But just a reminder, my Calcharo is very well built. You can watch my Calcharo video if you're interested to see his build. I'll link it in the description below. But enough yapping, let's get to it. We'll see if a noob like me can play these characters correctly or not. Because I'm a bit worried, not gonna lie. I mean, this boss alone probably frees me a couple times already. Oh boy, I'm already having troubles actually. Oh, thank God, thank God. Okay, you do that. Alright. Now we switch to Phrolova. We'll do a lot of these stuff. Ah, dang it. I didn't dodge. Come on, dodge. Damn. This is tough. Already? Damn. I'm struggling with this boss sometimes. It's weird. Just this boss, man. They're odd. Okay, good. Oh, I was hoping for get the thing actually. To break the shield or something, you know? The barrier, I mean. Yeah, I would have loved that. And now we're gonna switch to Calcharo right here. Use the echo skill, perform a couple of this, and a heavy attack. Then maybe more heavy attack. Then we use the alt. Didn't crit. What an asshole.
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
Oh my gosh. I suck at this. I'm sorry. I suck at this. I don't know what to do sometimes, alright? I'm so confused. Switch back to this. I think she does some damage at least. Alright, kind of messed up that a little bit, but it is a lot better than playing the F2P team. Actually, it feels slightly better, but it's also because of Jiyan and Calcharo being S3. That is something I probably should have mentioned. He is S3 with the 5-star standard weapon. Yep, yeah. I probably should have mentioned that. Jiyan is doing a lot of damage though. Jiyan is very good with Phrolova. I'm very surprised how well Jiyan is doing. Actually, much better than expected. This team is actually quite fun as well. But it's not as good as the Jiyan team, though. But I like it. I think it's pretty damn good. This is really fun. I'm enjoying this quite a bit actually. This team having electro aero damage bonus might be really fun in the overworld. I'm very surprised with this team. I'm more likely to play the Jiyan team. That team was a lot of fun for some reason. I don't know why. I can't really explain. But it's probably because I have Shorekeeper to help me around with the whole healing thing and giving a little bit of buff. That is really nice. I thought I'd give the free-to-play team, MC, Dungeon, and Phrolova another try again, but this time in the Hazard Tower, which is supposedly to be more difficult, but because of the extra buff Havoc damage gains from the floor, maybe there's a chance to actually beat it. And who would have thought? If you just spend a little time with these characters, you are bound to get used to the playstyle. Even though I only played this team for the second time, I would say it's pretty easy to understand. I'll admit, didn't think they'll make it in time, but this pretty much makes me see Phrolova in a better light. I thought she was only viable with Cantarella around, and of course if you don't have 5-star weapons on these characters, there will obviously be difficulties in beating the content. But I wouldn't consider having 5-star weapons meaning you're a pay-to-win player. Take it from me, for example, stayed F2P since 1.0 and able to get all the characters that I yearn for and even their weapons included. All in all, here's the honest truth. Phrolova may be able to beat the tower with the free-to-play team, but with the lack of healing in the team, the lack of AoE damage that Cantarella provides, you would definitely have a harder time with Whimpering Waste and Hologram bosses. That's about it for the video. Phrolova is a lot of fun to play, and her quest is definitely one of my favorites. And if you'd like to see me play future story quests, join the Discord in the description below, where I do notify you guys when I started streaming. Like and sub to the channel. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.